Over 3 million people take IELTS every year, but very few ever hear real feedback and an assessment of a speaking test. In this video, you will hear a Band 9 student answer commonly asked IELTS speaking questions. If you listen to only Part 1, you will miss out on interesting answers in Part 3. After helping thousands of students achieve Band 7, Band 8, and even Band 9, I've seen exactly what separates average from exceptional. What exactly does a Band 9 IELTS speaking test sound like from start to finish? Let's get started. Part 1. Introduction and Interview. Topic: Daily Schedule. Good morning. My name is John Foster. Can you tell me your full name, please?
Good morning. My name is Hana Kim. Please feel free to call me Hana.
Do you work or are you a student?
I'm currently working as a marketing manager at a skincare brand in Seoul. It's a dynamic role that involves a blend of creativity, strategy, and communication, something I really thrive on.
What is your typical work or study schedule?
I generally start work at 9 a.m., but I like to arrive a little earlier to plan the day. My schedule includes team meetings, content reviews, and campaign planning sessions. It's quite structured but allows for some flexibility, which I appreciate.
What do you usually do in a normal day?
Aside from work responsibilities, I begin my day with a brief workout and end it with some reading or journaling. I also prioritize healthy meals and try to carve out at least half an hour each day for personal development, whether that's learning something new or reflecting on my progress.
Do you enjoy your daily routine? Why or why not?
I do, actually. Having a well-defined routine gives me a sense of control and stability. It keeps me grounded, especially during hectic work weeks. That said, I try to maintain a balance by incorporating spontaneity on weekends or during travel.
Do you prefer a busy schedule or a relaxed one?
I prefer a moderately busy schedule. When my day is full, but not overwhelming, I tend to be more productive and mentally engaged. A relaxed schedule occasionally is nice, but too much downtime can make me feel disconnected from my goals.
How do you organize your time during the day?
I rely heavily on time-blocking techniques and digital tools like Trello and Google Calendar. I allocate specific time slots for deep work, collaborative meetings, and short breaks to maintain mental clarity throughout the day.
Do you often have to change your schedule?
Occasionally, yes, especially when unforeseen priorities arise. But I try to remain adaptable and build in buffer periods to absorb those changes without disrupting the overall flow of my day.
Part 2. Cue card. Now, I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Here's your cue card. You have 1 minute to prepare. Cue card. Describe a piece of clothing that you received as a gift. You should say what it was, who gave it to you, when you received it, and explain how you felt about receiving it. 1 minute is over. Please begin when you're ready.
One of the most cherished clothing items I've received was a tailored navy blue blazer that my sister gifted me when I landed my first professional job. She had it custom made and even had my initials subtly embroidered on the inside lining, a detail that added a truly personal touch. I received it on the morning of my first day at work, and I vividly remember how it transformed my mindset. Up until that moment, I felt nervous and slightly unsure of myself, but wearing that blazer almost made me feel like I was stepping into a new identity, one that was confident, capable, and ready to take on challenges. What made the gift even more meaningful was the thoughtfulness behind it. My sister knew how significant that milestone was for me, and the blazer wasn't just a piece of clothing. It was symbolic of a transition into adulthood and professional life. I still wear it today during high-stakes meetings or important presentations, and every time I do, I feel a surge of confidence and connection to my roots.
Part 3. Two-way discussion. Fashion and clothing. Why do people like receiving clothes as gifts?
I think clothing as a gift carries both emotional and functional value. On one hand, it's practical. Everyone needs clothes. But on a deeper level, when someone chooses an item that aligns with your style or personality, it feels like they've truly paid attention to who you are. It creates a sense of being seen and appreciated.
How important is fashion in your country?
In South Korea, fashion is an integral part of daily life, particularly among younger generations. It's often used as a form of self-expression and can reflect everything from mood to social identity. The influence of K-pop culture and digital media has made trends highly visible and quickly adopted. There's also a strong emphasis on aesthetics in professional and social settings.
Do young people and older people have different opinions about fashion?
Certainly, younger individuals are more inclined to experiment with bold trends and frequently update their wardrobes. Older people, in contrast, often gravitate towards timeless and conservative pieces. However, I've noticed the generational gap narrowing recently, perhaps due to greater digital exposure and evolving cultural norms around age and style.
Why do some people prefer to wear traditional clothing?
Traditional clothing often carries cultural significance and emotional resonance. People wear it to feel connected to their heritage, particularly during festivals or ceremonies. In Korea, for example, wearing hanbok during major holidays like Chuseok or weddings serves as a respectful nod to our roots and reinforces collective identity.
How do clothing styles influence people's confidence?
Enormously, in my view. What we wear can directly impact how we perceive ourselves and how others respond to us. Well-fitted, thoughtfully chosen clothing can enhance posture, mindset, and even interpersonal dynamics. It's less about vanity and more about psychological empowerment.
Do you think fashion trends change too quickly these days?
Yes, and that's both a marvel and a concern. On one hand, fast evolving trends foster creativity and individual expression. On the other, the pace has led to overconsumption and environmental strain. I believe there's a growing movement toward mindful fashion, prioritizing quality, sustainability, and timeless design over fleeting novelty.
Thank you, Hannah. That is the end of the speaking test.
Thank you. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
Pay close attention to the band score analysis. 1. Fluency and coherence. Effortless fluency with sustained speech and well-developed answers. Hannah uses coherence devices naturally. For instance, she uses phrases like, that said, on the other hand, on one hand, I vividly remember, etc. Logical flow from point to explanation to example. This is a great indicator of Band 9. 2. Lexical resource. Hannah uses a wide range of precise and nuanced vocabulary. Some examples are psychological empowerment, transition into adulthood, subtle embroidery, fleeting novelty, idiomatic expressions and collocations. Examiners love these expressions. For example, Hannah says, stepping into a new identity, a respectful nod to our roots. She uses topic-specific terminology accurately and effortlessly. 3. Grammatical range and accuracy. Hannah uses complex grammatical structures flexibly. There are examples of conditional clauses, passive voice, and embedded relative clauses in her answers. Flawless accuracy, no noticeable errors or awkward phrasing. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with my weekly video releases. Watch other videos shown on the screen. All the best in your preparation.